Welcome to After Hours. Are we recording? Yes, we are live. Yes, I am live. Welcome to After Hours. Herb your enthusiasm. That's the name of tonight's show. So if you've ever seen Curb Your, it's supposed to be a joke, like Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David. So if you haven't seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, go see it right now. It's a great show. So welcome. So this is a show where I cook what I'm already cooking in my house and share it with you, and we get to have some fun together. So, welcome. And I'm going to share with you some important stuff before I get cooking. So, if by chance you happen to have all of the tools that are happen to be in this show tonight, you can click on the QR code and you can cook with me and follow along and, or just watch, whatever is your pick. So please feel free. And also, so I'll just leave that there for a second while I get the chat open. So I got the chat overlay going. Um, so if you would also like to support this stream by buying me a cup of coffee or a glass of champagne, you can get your phone and go to the QR code and support me that way. All support, no matter the size, is greatly appreciated. Thank you. All right. So tonight I am making rosemary and sage chicken with soy sauce. I've been making this dish for quite a while now. Many, not many, a few years now. And I used to make it with a whole chicken. So I would get a Cornish hen and then stuff it with rosemary and sage and then stab it and get soy sauce and then put it in the oven for like an hour and 15 minutes or 30 minutes. And it's delicious. It's great. However, it takes a while to do all that. So maybe like a year and a half ago, I said, why don't I like make this just like with chicken breast? And I did it and I grilled it and it came out really, really great. And I'm going to show you how I do that. Um, so three ingredients I'm going to use. I'm going to be using rosemary, sage, and soy sauce. So one thing about rosemary and sage is that they're very aromatic. The profile is just when it's baking. You can just imagine, just like people burn sage in their house for crying out loud. So just imagine what that's like when you're baking it with chicken. So rosemary and sage, they go really well together with chicken, and then the soy sauce just gives it this robust umami ness, and the soy sauce, the sage, and the rosemary just make it just explosion, just amazing. So hopefully you'll try it and you'll see for yourself. All right. So it's drink time. So I'm not gonna have an alcoholic drink today. I'm gonna be having a mocktail. Oh, I want to show you something. So I have now a side view. Bam! You got a side view. I'm using 4K cameras, and I've had these for a while, but I just figured out how to use it. Hopefully, it'll work throughout the rest of the broadcast, so it's like it'll be really clear and stuff like that. All right. So I'm gonna be making a cocktail with some tonic water. I love tonic water. I could drink it tonic water actually just there, because it just has just a really nice taste. And with the drink, with the tonic water, what I'm going to be adding to it is a cherry bitter. So a bitter is basically part of a plant and then other spices. Probably they use like the the most bitter part of the fruit, if it's a fruit bitter. So I'm guessing they use the skins and then they add other spices to it. So I really, really like to add bitters to drinks, especially for sweet drinks. It just adds, just to me, just like a completeness to the drink. So let me do that. Got the bubbles going. I got some news for you guys when I about like stuff that's going on in the culinary world. You're never gonna believe it. I'll tell you one thing. Do you know that you can now get Doritos that is a liquor Doritos? So when you eat it, you are actually drinking like the nacho cheese flavor, but it's an actual liquor. So I was reading about it. It's nuts. But there's more. All right. So I smell the cherries, and it's just it's so refreshing. Um, Bitters, try them out. I also have here a plum bitters that goes really well with tonic water. Okay, so let's season some food. Okay, so by chance, I happen to have a well pounded piece of chicken. It was tenderized, that's ready to be seasoned and cooked. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'll get the chat overlay open again. Like someone's here. Nicole. Hey, Nicole. This is literally one of my favorite things you make. Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this in here. And now I'm going to get my rosemary. I'm using the dried kind. You can get the fresh kind. I don't really taste the difference. Depends, like if I'm making a drink, then like a sprig of rosemary will be fresh because it's like you put it in, you can take it out. So you see here, I don't know if you can see, it's like it's separated. So it really wouldn't work if you put this in a cocktail. You have little pieces of rosemary floating around. That would not be very nice. All right, now for the sage. Sage can last a very, very long time. I've had this for I think 2 years, and it's almost gone. So with the sage, you got to be a little careful with the sage because the sage can sometimes take over the show. Yeah, kind of wants a front seat sometimes, so you got to be very careful with the sage. Okay, now I'm going to add some soy sauce, and this is going to be all of the salt for the dish. No salt at all because the soy sauce is filled with salt. I'm just going to just mix this around, and I'm going to let this just sit for a while I burped. I don't know if you heard that. Sorry. I'm going to let this just sit and marinate for a little bit. All right. So this wasn't on the agenda for tonight, but I realized that I wanted a starch. I've been going kind of keto recently and not having a lot of starches. So I am going to add some red potatoes. So one of the reasons I like red potatoes is because of their profile. They're not very very strong. You can cook it with the skin on, and they have a different taste. They're like a lighter tasting type of potato. So if I'm making like a meat and I want to roast potatoes, these work really, really well. All right. So I'm going to now add some herb de Provence. And herb de Provence is obviously it's French, from Provence, France. It's a mix of basil, tarragon, oregano, and some other seasonings. But the traditional blend of the first three seasonings that I gave you, and it has a really light taste to it. So I'm going to add maybe about a teaspoon of this to it, and then I'm going to add a drop of oil because I'm going to roast these in my favorite tool of the kitchen, which is my air fryer. Yes. And so it needs a little oil to keep it, to give it a really nice crunch on the outside. All right. So I'm going to put this inside of the air fryer. Air fryer number one of the 3 air fryers I have. So I have 3 air fryers because like when you go to the restaurant and you get your food and it's all hot at the same time, that's how I like to get my food as well. Everything hot at the same time. All right. So I'm going to put this for the air fryer for about, on the roast setting, for about 11 minutes. And since the potatoes are cut really, really small, it's gonna cook really quickly. Okay, so we did that. Now it's time for the asparagus. So I'm gonna get about 7 stalks of asparagus, and I'm gonna cut off the woody stem. Let's see, which brand of herb Provence do you use? It's called Lincoln Market. It's by my house. This little deli place by my house. I'm gonna cut these off, the woody stems. I'm sure these stems could be used for something. You gotta look these up. I once saw a show, Guy's Ranch Kitchen on the Food Network, where the chefs, they had to make a dish where they had to use all the ingredients. Nothing could not be not used. So I thought that's where I got the idea from. Okay, so similarly, I'm going to add a little bit of oil to this. I'm not going to put any seasoning on it whatsoever. Because what I'm going to do later is I'm going to put butter. I'm going to put melted butter on it. Okay, but I need some oil on it so that it doesn't burn inside of the air fryer. All right, so this is going to go in air fryer number 2. This is also going to go on the roast setting. Okay, roast. Put this for about 10 minutes. Okay, all right, so we are roasting. All right, now we are ready to cook. So let's make some space. And I'm going to get out my cast iron grill. And I love grilling with cast iron. Let's just get this on first. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to get this smoking hot before I add the chicken. And I'm going to put just a little bit of vegetable oil on this as well, so that when the chicken goes on it, we get those grill marks. Okay. Okay, so the grill is heating up. This is so refreshing. Perfect. And I'm sober, which is good. You want to be sober when you're doing something live on YouTube. What was I going to say just now? Oh, cast iron cooking. So when you're finished cooking with your cast iron grill, What I found that works for me is I put some water in it and then like a drop of Dawn. Dawn seems to work really well, and I let it soak like overnight. Then in the morning, I lightly scrub it. I don't ever use Ajax or anything that's abrasive, because as you use it over and over, it builds the the outside of it so that you can continue using it. And that's basically what I do. I just wash it with soap and water, and it works great. I haven't seen any rust stains on it or anything like that. So um, that is a tip for you. Now, how can you know that the grill is ready? You'll see like smoke like rising up from the cast iron grill. That'll tell you that it is ready. Okay, so um, let me, you don't need to see all that. So this shirt that you're seeing is by someone that is in my, I'm doing a 90-day course called The Art of Leadership with Momentum Education. And um, she started a company and it's called Colossal Royale. And we had like an entrepreneur night or night of value, and she sold us. And I love the message. Like love is a lifestyle. So that's what I'm putting out to the universe. Love as a lifestyle forever. And it totally speaks to me. So thank you, Astrid Malone. So her brand is Colossal Royale. Shout out to Astrid. Thank you for making this, hoping that you're feeling some love right now tonight. Okay. All right, so we're getting there. We're getting there. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, like, the latest crisis. The latest crisis is shrinkflation. Okay? Don't tell me you guys have not noticed that every time you go to the store, that packages are getting smaller and smaller. It's ridiculous now. Just like packs of coffee, potato chips, um, and then like what I've noticed, especially with potato chips, because I love potato chips. Now I noticed today they don't even put the price of potato chips on there. Okay, I guess now the supermarkets can make the prices for themselves. Okay, or you'll get like the Kraft singles. It'll still be 16, but the singles will be as thin as this piece of paper. Okay, I mean it is just crazy. Shrinkflation is real, and it needs to stop. Okay, all right. I see it smoking. It's definitely smoking. So let's put this on the grill. All right. Bam. Let me give you that view so you can see it. Bam. There you go. See that? All right, you guys can see that. Perfect. Kenyatta, I was just about to ask. I love the shirt. Yes, I got it from Astrid. Yes, love is a lifestyle. Absolutely. Thank you, Kenyatta, for watching. I appreciate it. And Kenyatta, she is a diva when it comes to fashion. Man, oh my goodness! Like I have to put a link to her when I post this, so you can see. I mean, like if you want advice on how to make a wardrobe, Kenyatta nailed it. Drop the mic. Not drop the mic. Drop the butter. Drop the butter. My soggy butter. Okay, so this is going. All right, it's looking good. Oh yeah, we got the grill marks. The grill marks are definitely there, and that's what we want. That's the thing about grilling. You get like that barbecuey, grilly flavor in your house. So if you don't have a cast iron grill, go out and get one, or you can click on my QR code here and get click on the link for the cast iron grill right there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let this go just for about a couple more minutes because it's really, really thick. I'm gonna check on the vegetables. All right, so it's getting there. So I'm moving it around. You see? I'm moving it around so that it gets moved and it doesn't burn. Yeah, I'm actually going to increase the time. And I'm going to check the asparagus. All right, so the asparagus is ready because it's a lot less dense. So I'm going to just leave this in here for now. Okay. All right, so I'm going to flip over chicken. Bam! Oh my gosh. Do you see that? You see those grill marks? That is what we are looking for. Those grill marks. And what's so great about grilling indoors is that you can do it any time of year. And it's not like smoking up my house. It's just like you would never think, you know? Okay. Oh my God. Oh, you're welcome, Kenyatta. Absolutely. Judy, yes, cast iron grilling is everything. Yes. All right. Judy is my buddy. Oh my goodness. She is a chef. Oh my God. People. All of these people that are coming on Snap are doing such amazing things. Judy is a chef. She does catering. I'm telling you, delicious food. She's been doing this for you. She is proactive. You want to get into contact with her. I'm going to put her information in the description for this video. So if you want to contact her, and you're in the New York City area and you're having a party cater or you're having a wedding, she is the person. She knows food. So I'm going to give you guys her contact information. Okay. Okay, great. All right, so this is coming along. All right, so what's been in my food cycle? So my food cycle recently, I've had a lot of rice. When I say food cycle, I mean foods I've been eating for like the last 2 weeks to like 2 months. And I love rice because I love fried rice, and I'm too cheap to buy the fried rice in the store, in the Chinese food market, and it tastes just as good. And I've been making sushi. I got a sushi maker yesterday, and it makes the sushi perfect. You know what? I didn't even really know that what really makes the sushi is the seaweed. It's like I got the seaweed and I put it in the it's like a little box, and then you cut it with your knife. So I was like, wow, it's the seaweed that really makes the sushi. And so I made it with rice. I put some cucumber. Used my little mandolin, which I recently got. I upgraded. It's like $12, but it does everything. I'll put a description for it so you can look at it. And then I put some avocado in it, some ginger, and I was rocking. I was totally rocking. Okay, so I'm going to check and see if this is ready. You're welcome, Judy. You're welcome. I call it as I see it. All right. Oh no, this needs to cook a little bit. Okay, you can't have medium chicken. Chicken has to be 1,000% cooked. Okay, let's check these potatoes. Oh yeah, these potatoes are ready. All right. So I got to melt my butter. Let me melt some butter really quickly. This is going to go on top of the asparagus. Multitasking is the key. And when you have air fryers, multiple air fryers, you can do it. All right, so let's put this in air fryer. The microwave. You know you can microwave salmon in there. Jeffrey Zakarian, the Iron Chef, I saw him do that. I still have not done that because it hasn't worked for me, but he's an Iron Chef and he does it. Like, what do you guys think? Can you put a salmon, did you get a fresh piece of salmon and put it inside of a microwave? Just like, I don't know, I spent too much money on salmon to do that. Okay. All right. So the butter is melted. All right. We are getting there. This is a very thick piece of chicken. So hence it's taking a while to cook on the grill. All right. So I'm scrolling recently on YouTube and I came across this guy. He had all this food in front of him and he wasn't talking. And then I said, wait a minute. This has to be mukbang. If you're in a mukbang, look it up. Mukbang. Mukbang is just people just eat. They just eat and you watch them. There's something, for me, there's nothing satisfying or gratifying about it because you hear all the like they put like the microphone by their throat. So you hear them while they swallow, chews, and everything. It actually makes food not look tasty. So, like, when I saw that, I was just like, really? I mean, just like, you're totally like lowering food. Just like food is supposed to be nice. When you like gorge on it, it doesn't look nice. It's just it should be illegal. Just like look it up. Mukbang, MUKBUN or MUCK is the thing. So I'm just like with that, I was just like really. Then I read this week there was a woman. Okay, this is ready. There was a woman in Connecticut, and she went to a Chopt for a salad. Okay, and I am not lying. I'm not lying. Okay, I read this. Okay, she went to a Chopt, and in her food she found a piece of a finger, literally a piece of a finger. Okay, let's turn this off. Okay, so this is ready. And I'm just like, wait a minute. So did the worker at Chopt like not realize, like, because like you're in fast food, you're like moving and stuff like that. Did this worker not realize that part of your finger was gone? I just do not get that. That makes no sense to me. I just found that. And so the woman, she's suing, okay? And rightly so. I mean, like I think she's suing for like mental distress and all this other stuff. Just imagine seeing part of that's almost like a horror movie. That's like a horror movie. Oh my god. All right, so we're cooked. Okay, now I'm gonna pour the butter. I'm gonna use right here so you guys can see. All right. So I'm gonna pour this right on top, and there we go. We have rosemary and sage chicken with herb de Provence, potatoes, red potatoes, and roasted Brussels sprouts. Not Brussels sprouts, asparagus. I'm thinking of Brussels sprouts. All right. So now, I always go for the starchy things first. Mmm. Delish. Delish. Asparagus. Mmm. Chicken. Mmm. I'm actually gonna put a little salt on the chicken because it just needs a little bit. But I'd rather put a little too less salt on food than too much, because once it's too salty, we can't eat it. So thank you everyone for watching tonight. I hope you make this, try it out yourself. And I'll see you next time on After Hours. Peace out.